y'all, it is Kat from Kat Southern Charms, back with a new video. Y'all saw me talk about this little baby cross I got. It is far smaller than what I was expecting to come. So we're gonna do something cute, and we're gonna use some things to kind of get an idea of different techniques we can use in a smaller little version and still be cute. So I have some transparent inks. I have my Marabu sparkle, and I have some genuine crystals. I'm not sure if I want to use these or not. And I also cut up some iridescent cellophane. So let's figure out, I think for our crystals, we're gonna do let's do a lavender for an amethyst, and maybe add a little white to it as well. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. And for our cross, maybe for our cross, we'll do the purple and white in a marble to show you how I can do that since it is Lent season. So let's do a crystal. Let's not do jade this time. Let's do a teal. I'm gonna show y'all a trick. I'm gonna use this teal, and I'm gonna show you how I can make this a little darker teal with some of the Marabu sparkle. It's gorgeous. You're gonna freak out when you see how easy this is. And then the other one we'll do, let's do a blueberry for the next one, like a sapphire. That'll be cute. All right, so I have pre-mixed my resin, letting it sit because I'm in the mountains and it is a little chilly. So I'm trying to give this a chance to heat up some before we do anything with it. So I'm gonna let that heat up. And then I think we'll do the lavender and white marble here. And in our base, I wanna see what this iridescent looks like with some Marabu as our base for our marbled cross. Only because, now if I was doing this for a client, for a customer, I would do marble and marble, make it cohesive, go together. But I'm really checking out techniques. I wanna see what our results look like more than I'm making a cohesive piece. So we're gonna try, these are Let's Resin, and y'all know Let's Resin always tells us how much resin we need. So this one is 0.8, almost 1 ounce, and this one tells us 1.5 ounces. This is one reason I love Let's Resin molds, because there's no second guessing now. If I put this away, and when I pull it out, I'm gonna know exactly how much resin I need. I love that about them. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do, let's get our crystals poured. So this is a 1 fluid ounce little measuring cup. I'm getting a 3 ounce bathroom cup for our crystals, for this one especially. So I know I need 1.5. This is a 3 ounce cup, so I need to fill this halfway. All right, that's good enough for that. I want to catch these little drips, like so. All right, so this one I said we're gonna do, let me move this out of the way because I want you to really see how I'm doing this teal. So I'll move my cross out of the way while we do our big. So I have transparent inks, okay? And this is all that I'm gonna use for this big crystal. I'm gonna use the teal transparent, a black transparent, and then my rainbow. And remember I said shake it up because you can see it gathers on the bottom. So this has a BB in it to pull all of that off the bottom so it's all incorporated. And I'm just gonna add 3 drops in there. And now I'm gonna add my teal, and I'm gonna mix this up because I want you to see the difference of what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm adding 5 drops of my transparent teal, and then I'm gonna mix this up, and I want you to see what happens now. You see how this is really a teal? And make sure you scrape the sides of your cup because these drops like to cling to these cups. Even using paper or the plastic like I have here, either one, just make sure you scrape the sides down. All right, so you see, I see a husky here. Let me get rid of that. You see this color? It's a beautiful, and this is great. And y'all see me use this a lot for my ocean pieces. But now watch what happens when I add just 1 drop of black. Put this to the side. Now watch the color that comes up. Again, scrape the sides. It makes it darker. Okay? You get that beautiful dark teal. And I'm telling y'all, when you pour this and pull it out, you're gonna be shocked. Now, with a crystal mold like this, here's a pro tip. Spray some of your isopropyl alcohol down in there. Let it sit for a few seconds and let the alcohol evaporate off. That's going to help prevent any bubbles that want to form. Okay? So you're going to see, I'm going to pour this all around, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to pinch the bottom of this. See how it pushes these bubbles up that may be gathering in the bottom? And I want to tilt so we fill these in, and I'm going to pinch and squeeze. When pinching, you push the bubble up, but you also suck that resin back down to the bottom of your mold. That's going to help reduce your bubbles. And I'm going to, some of these are hard to get hold of, y'all. Pinch them like so, okay? So we've done that, and you can tap this like you do with your cakes before you put them in the oven, right? You tap your cake pans on the counter, and that brings your bubbles up. Same thing here. Another thing you can do, take a silicone tip tool and just press down in each of these little holes. It's gonna break up any bubble you have down there that wants to stick, especially in these deeper cavities. There you go. So that's how I deal with that. I'll wipe my little stick off so it's ready to use again. Now I'm gonna pour the rest of this in. Well, I skipped a step. Spray with alcohol, tap again. While you're tapping, it's letting that alcohol evaporate off too. All right, so now I'm just gonna pour the rest of my resin into these cavities, like so. And now, after this cures, if I wanna come back, I've left myself enough space to add a bottom to this crystal. And here's a trick that I have learned. You can come back and take some cellophane, just cut out a sheet. Put a sheet of cellophane to fit this area right here on the bottom. And you put that down and then cover it with clear resin. And when you turn it over, you're gonna get that prismatic iridescent reflection from that piece on the bottom. So I'm gonna spray this again, and I'm gonna set this to the side, and I'm gonna bubble sit. I just wanna make sure it's level. All right. So I'm gonna bubble sit this for an hour. Now we have our small one. Let me get the rest of this in here. Every little drop, y'all. Don't waste your resin. All right, so I'm gonna throw my cup away. My handy dandy trash I have near. Then we're gonna do, you know what? Let's do clear with rainbow. No, I'm gonna do this on the bottom. Never mind. I'm gonna do that for the bottom of the cross. What did I say? I'm gonna do blueberry. So let's do blueberry. I'm just gonna use this paper cup because we only need like an ounce. This is 2 ounces. So half of this cup, like so. I'll wipe the edge of this cup off. I don't want it dripping. And now I'm just gonna add some blueberry. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna add some of my Marabu, of course. Y'all know I'm all about that sparkle. All right, let me get my stick. I'm wiping my stick down that I used with the teal. It's ready to use again. I'm gonna stir this up. And I'm gonna do something different in this one, y'all. And see, even this is a paper cup. It still sticks to the sides. So make sure you wipe all your sides down, incorporate that in. And this is what I'm gonna do with this. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. This up here. I have my white, and this is a white sinker. All right, this is an alcohol ink, y'all, and I'm just gonna swirl it like that. See that? I'm not totally mixing it in, and I did not spray that. Sprayed now. See how it's all swirled? I'm just gonna pour this in like I did the other. I'm gonna stop right here. Wipe that down. And I'm gonna do the same. Pinch and squeeze. I want to, like these deeper ones especially. There we go. So we have that. I'm gonna spray it. Spray that again too. And then I'm gonna pour the rest of this in. And I did not measure this exactly, y'all. I did it by eyeball. So you can see my measurements were a little off, and that's all right. No problem, okay? Now, I'm not gonna stir and mix that around at all. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna throw my paper cup away. Wipe my wood canvas down. I'm gonna spray this, I'm gonna tap it. Just like we're baking. And I'm gonna spray the top. Spray my big one again. Now I'm gonna set this to the side. And I'm gonna let it. And now we're gonna move on to our cross. Okay? Cross, I said I'm gonna do violet. I'm gonna do that same white marbling technique that I did. Move this blue out of the way. And my Marabu. And then the other one, I'm gonna do the Marabu clear. And so let's mix this. This is a 1 ounce cup, so not quite 1 ounce. And then the rest I'm gonna put in this cross. All right, so let me wipe this blue off my stick. So there we go. Now I can shake, 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 add 2 drops of my Marabu. Y'all, look at that. I didn't put my gloves on, shame on me, I was in a hurry. All right, so I'm gonna stir this iridescent and get this all incorporated in. Okay? So there we go. Isn't that pretty, y'all? I love this combo. It is one of my favorite go-tos. And I'm just gonna pour it all in here like that. You don't want to cover, I mean, you can cover this hole up because this is gonna be where your cross sits in. And I can come back and add more to this. That's fine. In fact, I'm gonna top this off because if I get my purple design down, I can always add clear behind it, or the cross itself. I want to make sure all of my iridescent is in there. Oh, how does it look like one is hanging on? Y'all. Alright. I'm going to set this to the side. Gonna wipe my stick off. Now, I am going to add some Marabu. Dagnabbit, that BB gets stuck up there sometimes, so you gotta be careful with that. I'm gonna stir this up. Alright, now I'm gonna top this off a little. That's good enough. Alright, so now we're gonna do our violet and white for our cross for Lent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oop. Y'all, my stick want to run away. I want to mix this in there. And you see it's just a tint. That's fine. I don't want it super dark. I like that tint where light can get through. Okay. Let's just add 1 drop of black to this, just to make it a tad darker. Okay? 1 drop. Set that off to the side. Alright, that darkened that up a little bit. That's pretty. That's going to be beautiful in the light. Now, I'm going to add 2 drops of the alcohol white. That's it. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not stirring and mixing it in, and I'm just going to pour this in the cross. Alright. And I have a little bit left over, which is fine. I'll find something else to put it in. We'll spray it down. Spray this down. Spray our crystals too. Get this off here. Throw Excuse me. Wipe away. I'm gonna wipe my hands off. Okay. So, that's what we have, y'all. I'm gonna find something else to pour that in. And that's good. Let me throw this away. Throw all our little things away. This is what we have for right now. And I'm gonna bring it back so you can see them all. See how beautiful that teal is? All the bubbles have released. And we see the white little cloudy in here. I like that. It's gonna look beautiful with light around it. So I'm gonna bubble set these for the next hour. Y'all know the drill. And when we come back, we're gonna take them out, put it all together, see what it looks like. In between them, I'm gonna lay a sheet of iridescent cellophane on the bottom of this so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave this one like it is. I will top it with clear, and we'll see what we have when we come back. That's all we have for now. Go give us a thumbs up, y'all. Hit that thumbs up and like button. That's what helps other artists find us. So do that, and I'll see you in a few. Hey y'all, it's Kat from Kat Southern Charms. We're back. These are done. Our little baby cross, it's just a little baby, it's done. Look at that, y'all. Isn't it cute? I love this color. It's gonna look beautiful in the sun. See all the sparkle in it? Let's get it unmolded. Let's start with our base first. And all we did is cut up some of, y'all, he does not found it. There it is. That was crazy, y'all. Look, I'm gonna put it on a darker background so you can see. But you can see all of the sparkle in there. So that turned out cute. And this little hole is where our cross is gonna sit. So let me move that out of the way. Let's get our little baby cross out. Y'all, my guy said, this is so small, a Barbie could use it. I have to laugh. So there's our little mold. Here's our beautiful, oh, I guess I didn't wipe it out. Oh, no, I know what that is. It looks like it didn't get wiped out. You know what this is? It is the white. That makes it look like there's something in it. So maybe that's not a great idea to do. Because I know I'm going to see this and every time I'm going to try to wipe that off. But anyway, here is how it goes in the little stand. Like so. And if you want to permanently attach this, you could put some UV resin there. You could put some E6000 glue and just put it there and hold it, and it will stay permanently attached. Or if you use the UV resin, put your UV resin around your side and use your handheld little light to secure it. It'll stay that way too. So there we have our little baby cross. We saved it. It's just tiny. All right, so let me set that to the side. Our little baby cross. And start with our little, what do you call it? Y'all, crystal cluster. Man alive, my brain does not want to work today. Nope, it is not working. So there we go, get it started. And this one I added the white as well. So let's see, oh goodness, where's my soap? Y'all, don't struggle. Remember I told y'all, Dawn dish soap and water. You can see the blue tint. Just separate. Well, my long nails are not helping either. Maybe I'll do it right-handed and spray left-handed. So separate your mold from your piece, and you're gonna squirt some of that dish soap down there, and that's gonna help this release super easy. Now, y'all, I am apparently struggling. Today is not my day at all. So there we go. Okay, just gonna work around the side. Ooh, y'all, I'm telling you, today is Wednesday, right? It is hump day. We're almost to Friday, y'all. Or Fry-yay, as I call it. Goodness gracious. There. Lord have mercy. Let go. Alright. I need to put some more. Oh. Make sure your sprayer is facing the correct way too. Now, Now that I have enough in here, I'm gonna work it around. You see how the bubbles are coming up? I'm working this around in the mold. Now, there we go, much better. Woo, y'all. All right, has anyone worked with this mold before? This is my first time. Holy cow, that was a workout. Set this to the side. Let me see our soap. Just gonna wipe it off. Y'all, that was crazy. All right, so we have it wiped off enough. There is our beautiful little cluster. And you can see the sparkles in there where we added our Marabu. It's really gonna glisten in the sun. And here's a pro tip. I can take, well, let me just do it now and show you. I can take some of my chrome pens and just color the tips or add a little highlight to these. And you can, and I really want to, well, I'll do it with silver so you can see. I'm just gonna wipe up these little seams and get an idea. All right, so I don't really like that at all. So what I'm gonna do is my baby wipe, like that, wipe it off. This is why I say keep baby wipes handy. I tried it, I didn't like it, and how easy it is just to take it off, done. It's that easy. So what I can do is come back with some lighter blue UV resin maybe. I can create the light blue I want using a white UV and a blue UV and create some little highlight areas if I want. Or I can come back with some white and add some white to it. But there's the blue one, y'all. Let's get on to our teal one. And let's hope we don't have as much problem getting this one out. And I'm using my soap right away. And I'm just gonna go around and spray. Don't want it on the outside. Y'all, I am telling you what, today is definitely one of those days I think maybe I should go back to bed and get up again. Y'all had days like that? Leave me a comment and tell me. Tell me I'm not the only one that has days like this. All right, so I want to rub this. I'm gonna wipe off the soap from the outside. Well, now I can't grip it. All right. There we go. This one's much easier. That I put soap all around. And remember, you have some deeper cavities too, so you have to be a little patient with that. Ta-da! That one worked much better. All right, I already see we have some we need to trim, so let me get my, y'all, I have a pair of cuticle scissors that are perfect for this. See how I just go along the edge and trim this off, like so. And then after it cures better, I'll be able to come back and file these parts down. But for now, get rid of our excess, throw it in the trash. But there we have it, y'all. And sneak peek, I added the iridescent cellophane on the bottom. So now when the sun hits it or the light hits it, you're gonna see that iridescent reflect up through these crystal formations. Isn't that pretty, y'all? I love this. And what you can do, if you don't want a solid color, alternate colors. Mix up white, mix up your teal, pour a little teal, pour a little white, pour a little teal, pour a little white. Or you can marble it in one cup or do a dirty pour, either way. And then pour it in. And remember, if you're marbling, the pro tip is the higher you hold your resin away from the mold when you're pouring, the more effect you're gonna get. If you pour real close, you're gonna get clumps of color as it comes out. If you pour higher, it's gonna ribbon and give you that beautiful effect. So we'll do this again, and we'll use that technique where we ribbon it through a dirty pour and through the marbling technique. We'll do it both ways and I'll show you. But y'all, I really love how this turned out, and I love that iridescent on the bottom. It really makes a difference, doesn't it? So there we have it, y'all. We took my fail little baby cross and turned it into something beautiful. So now we know, and you can see how this is leaning forward. This is something that we'll have to secure straight up and down, or you're gonna have that lean. And I can fix that through filing stuff down so it fits better, but also fix it by securing it. So that's it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun. I really like these. This will look really pretty. Even, let me move this out of the way, over here. Even if I was to use it here on a canvas and do a geode around it, right? Wouldn't that be beautiful? I can put it this way, I can put it this way, I can put it up in a corner, I can turn it sideways in a corner. You know, you can use just a little one in the center and work around it. There's all kind of things we can do with these clusters. You can put them on a tray. You can put it like your small one. You can put on a coaster, and it can hold rings or bracelets or whatever you want it to hold. So those are some ideas of how to use these little clusters. I think they're gorgeous. I love it. And I had some leftovers from, and I'll just show you, from our cross, that violet. And the violet and white, there's that white sneaking in. I want to clean it, but I can't clean it. And I just added, you can see on the side, I just added some of the chameleon violet. I put in resin, and that was my backing. Isn't it pretty? So that's it, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and just know we're halfway through the week. Friday is around the corner, but y'all make sure you do all the YouTube things. Give this a thumbs up. It helps others find our videos and the answers that they have been looking for. But y'all, it really helps the channel too, and I appreciate every one of you for being here with me. I hope you learned something. Leave me a comment below. Which do you like better? Do you like the teal with the iridescent? Would you rather not see the iridescent? Do you like this blue? Leave me a comment. Tell me which is your fave. But that's all we have for this one, y'all. Until next time, happy arting. Ta-ta for now.